Handling committee members' questions during a dissertation defense can be daunting, but you can be good at it. You're going to learn how right now. Hey everybody, I'm Leigh from teachingacademia.com. I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia to make your best impact. So today we're talking about that really fun part during the dissertation defense, and that is when committee members get to ask you questions. And this can go really well. It can be a total nightmare. For me, it was incredibly stressful. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some tips that you can use to help you get through this, okay? You can do this, you can do it well, you can calm your nerves a little bit with these tips, I promise. So here they are. First off, answer the question being asked, no more, no less, all right? Make sure you understand the question, make sure you answer the question. Nothing will annoy committee members more than when you don't answer the question that they asked, okay? You don't need to do an elaborate response. You don't need to just start throwing in any and everything. You just need to answer the question and then move on, okay? Now, what if you can't answer the question, okay? What if somebody asks you something that, you straight up can't answer, okay? It can happen, all right? Don't try to make something up. Don't try to, don't be embarrassed. Don't try to hide that you don't know the answer. Just, say, hey, you know what? I love this question. It's really helping me think about my research a little differently. It's really pushing me here. Here are some ideas I have based on what you've said. I'm not saying, I don't know, right? But what I am saying is, oh, wow, interesting question, worthy of thought, okay? Let me think about how I can use this to think about future research or to think about my study a little differently. Let me riff on it a little bit. So you don't need to say, I don't know, okay? You can just say, hey, great question. Let's think about that. Let's really consider it. Let's think about what it might mean for this study. Sometimes there's things that you can't answer because you can't answer them because you didn't do them in your study, right? You didn't interview people or you didn't do surveys or something, right? They ask you a question and you're like, well, I didn't collect that kind of data, so I can't answer your question. That's fine, okay? If there's some limitations, some outright, I didn't do X, so therefore I can't answer your question, then tell them that. But otherwise, rather than say, I don't know, talk about how it's a great question that's given you a lot to think about. Now, what if a committee member asks you a question and then before, right, you can answer, another committee member jumps in and starts talking? It could be your advisor, it could be another committee member that's like, oh, hey, I like that question. I want to talk a little bit about it with the person who asked it, okay? And before you know it, you're just standing there and committee members are having a discussion around a question that somebody asked you, but somebody else started answering. What should you do? Okay, I'm going to tell you what you should do. Nothing. Stand there. Yeah, you're going to feel kind of silly. All right, you're going to feel a little foolish, but your committee is having a discussion amongst themselves. Let them. Okay, when they want you to talk, they'll look at you. Okay, they'll say, hey, what do you think? Come on in, tell us what you think. But otherwise, just stand there, let them take the time with their discussion. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes students see that happening and they think, oh my gosh, this is a terrible thing, right? My committee members are having this discussion about a question. I'm not even getting to answer the question. This is awful. That's actually pretty good. When your committee members start having debates amongst themselves, discussions amongst themselves about your work, okay, not about the quality of your work, but about the ideas of your work, then that's really a good sign, right? They're really engaged, they're really interested. It's been a really thought-provoking dissertation. People want to talk about it, okay? And they're excited. So if that happens, just zip it, okay? Let it happen, let them eat up your time, and know that it is a good sign. Now, what if committee members start to disagree? What if they start to argue during your dissertation defense, okay? Again, this is not about you, and it's not your place to step in and get involved. You stand aside. You stay out of it, okay? That is for them to work out, for your advisor to have the lovely task of jumping in to manage, but it is not for you to fix, okay? It's not for you to resolve. It's not for you to take sides on, okay? Your advisor should step in and resolve that and then move, okay, things forward. Now, if your advisor doesn't move things forward, what you can do is say, who else has a question that they would like to ask me? You need to just move past that. Don't get involved with that, okay? So if you like that tip, you want to hear more, follow me on over. Let's go to the next video.